Hello, facilitators. It's Marci from wavesofcommunication.com, intuitive SLP, and I'm here with another pick a card reading for you. Today, you're just going to use your intuition to choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3 for your message. And today, we're asking your team, spirit, what new opportunity is coming for your family? And the reason I decided to ask for this is because we've got a big time for change. And I know that new opportunities for new things to go about your life. There'll be 3 different ways that things are going to change. So intuitively tune into these numbers to receive a message from your late talker. That's the intention here, is that your late talker has an idea of what they're manifesting, right? What is your late talker manifesting as the new opportunity that's going to come into your family so that you can move forward on your language facilitation journey? Okay, pile 1, let's go ahead and look at your language facilitation inspiration card and the message that's going to guide the rest of our reading. I've got some oracle cards and tarot cards to pull out too, but your message is this. It says, food inspires me. So you can take a look at this little guy. He's in the kitchen cooking. He's got a chef's hat there, doing a little independent work. And the back of this card, I'm just going to go ahead and read it now. It says, teach through cooking. Everyday food prep is a prime opportunity for late talkers to learn functional skills and speech surrounding cooking and eating, right? So identify safety by showing which utensils are okay for them, and demonstrate how to hold and use kitchen utensils without food via descriptive pretend play. So you can get out your pretend play food, maybe that's in your future, and then coach through preparing easy snacks and assisting the cook. So this is a yellow card, which means that it's going to be working with your solar plexus. This is how you make plans. And I like that for a new opportunity. But I want to learn more. I'm going to flip this over so you can see that. Hopefully these will all tune in. And we're going to start the reading to expand on this idea surrounding food. Maybe your child is interested in food. Maybe they're, I'm not sure what it is, interested in cooking. Let's take a look at the children's spirit animal deck. So the links for all these decks are in the description. I didn't feel like I had to show you the box every time, but I'm going to go ahead and choose a card here from your late talker. And this is the card of the elephant. You can overcome any problem. So intuitively, this is expanding a little bit of an idea. So if we're looking at a new opportunity, perhaps food and getting food in and cooking food, and this might be something that maybe your child is interested in, but you also could be struggling with this problem, because the elephant who's trying to overcome a problem, this is your opportunity is to overcome some problem surrounding food, food preparation, food eating, diet stuff. Let's get some more cards to expand this message and learn more about what problem is going with this food issue. This light, that's the whole camera. Just don't want these to glare too much. I'm just trying to figure all this out with my stuff. So this deck is the Mermaid deck, and I like this for guidance sometimes. Ooh, some cards have fallen out. You got 3 here. I'm just going to go ahead and take them because they just fell out all together and landed on the table, so it means what we have. But this one was first, and it says make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. So let's take a look at this beautiful thing. Look at that. Amazing. So I'm thinking that either you or your late talker has some wish about a problem surrounding food. See how we just make the stories? Let's learn more about this problem surrounding food. Father healing. Your personal power increases. Give any father related issues to heaven. So father healing, look, here is the big, he is Neptune coming out of the water to say, this is how things gotta be. Perhaps we're looking at a situation where dad is expecting some kind of change in feeding. Maybe patience is an issue, but this is make a wish. So let's see what the third one of these is. Now I'm super curious. Waves of prosperity. So new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now. And we're just asking about new opportunities, but about prosperity. Remember, prosperity isn't only necessarily about money. It's all about feeling like we have everything we need. That's a feeling of prosper. So I'm getting this real intuitive message about potentially that this late talker isn't eating enough. Somebody's worried. Somebody wants this child to eat more or change their diet or get more food in them. Dad is like, trying to make it highway or my way or the highway. And new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you now means that you have the opportunity to change this. And I want to use these energy cards to see what kinds of opportunities, as we expand the story more, what kind of opportunity and what flavor of opportunity, because there's a lot of different ways potentially you could address this problem. I'm not really sure even what exactly the problem is, except for the fact that I think not enough food or the wrong kind of food, or maybe this child is choosing to just be fixated on snacky foods or crunchy foods or something like that. And they're not wanting to change because the opportunity is for changing, and somebody is encouraging or facilitating that child to be stuck in a diet, and somebody wants it to change. This is the problem. And the idea is there are more opportunities, maybe new opportunities surrounding food or eating, something like that. A lot of times these are things that kids will use. So this is the seventh chakra. This is all about ideas. And we've got a 41 here, which is all about inspired change. And the seventh chakra is it's time to put on your thinking caps and look for the opportunities. So there's some opportunities available, but we're going to have to look for them. They're not going to come around. We're going to have to put on our thinking caps. Let's get another one of these energy cards. Oops, there it is sticking up. Attachment. And it's also a 5. How interesting that 41 is a 5. And this is also a 5. And 5 is inspired change, which means that the solution to this is about, I want to put these all together so you can see them all, figure it out. Yep. So we have to put on our thinking caps about what we have to give up. So my hit maybe about this little late talker being attached to some kind of food or attached to whatever, and maybe the father attached to something different, like the whatever people want for this child. The child wants to eat junk food and the family wants to eat whatever, or the child wants to cook their own food and the people are feeding the child, like they're just, you need to eat this, it's our job, this is what we eat, you're eating what we eat. And the idea is there are options, lots and lots of options that you can use to feed this child that are similar to their attachment. But when we talk about attachment, it's really a chain right here. It's just keeping you stuck. And potentially in this family, this problem is where the focus is. So the solution should be, potentially to talk about it. What I want to do now is I want to get my tarot of the new vision deck out, and I want to take a look at clarifying some of these messages. So I'm getting one out here already, and I was thinking about, like, what about this problem do we need to clarify? And we get the Hermit, which means that this is a card. Let me show a little closer to the camera. This is a card of also introspection, putting on our thinking caps about what is better for us, because what we have had has been kind of biting us in the foot. This is a snake down here standing on the world, while I'm not paying attention, something that I've been attached to is coming back to sort of bite me in. And I want to focus on something new. So obviously this is an issue that you want to solve. You can overcome it, but it's going to require creativity. And I want to get a couple more. So I'm just pulling them out of the middle for you. And this is the King of Wands. This is the one who develops the new ideas. And when you look at the back of his throne, like what empowers him is his connection to his partner. And this is that father healing. This is that guy, the guy who says, I know what I know. This is my rules. This is my, this is his wand, is his stuff. And I grew this myself. That's what those little sprouts are. This is what I cultivated. This is what I made. And I'm strong in my conviction. But the only reason he's strong in his conviction is because he's got help. He's got support for someone who sees value in what he has to say. So, the healing is maybe we need to break out of what we've always done, the father thing, the way we've always been, put the lion at rest and let's investigate something new. And I see this one sticking out yelling at me, and it's something new. So this is the Ace of Wands. So he's like, where everybody's thinking about what is this new prosperity? What we have enough. We have everything we need to get away from this attachment by investigating something new. And this one's also up here, and it's to give up. It's all about, that's what this attachment is. 10 of Wands is, I know all this stuff and I've been using all this and we've been doing it and we've been doing it. We've been doing our work. We've been doing our thing. We've been following the rules. This is how we've always done it, but it's time to put down how we've always done it and grow something new. They're literally growing a new crop. Perhaps it's a grain that your child, maybe rice or wheat or something like that, is your child giving them problems, or you've been trying to avoid it. Maybe you're going gluten-free and it's not working for your child. And go back to something that is more natural. I don't know. There has to be some way for you to change it. But the way for you to move forward, your opportunity to overcome this problem, is by a new idea that you come up with to give up what you're attached to. That's all this says. But it is surrounding food, and food inspires this child. And the advice on this card was all about food preparation and safety regarding like knives and stoves and all of that stuff. So potentially you can inspire this child to try new foods by getting them involved in the food preparation part, empowering them to see, oh, when I make it myself and I flavor it myself and I put these spices and these things, then I like it better and it's actual real food, right? So I think that's what we're looking at here is inspired change. That's what's the opportunity for your family to give up attachment to the way we've always done things. That's this father healing, the way it's always been, the rules, my father and his father and those. It's time for you to change all this and give up that attachment. And that is what I have for you, pile one. If you like this video, please accept it and take on the thing. Now, before I go, I wanted to try something new. I don't have charms, but I have these. They're stickers, and I love stickers. So I bought these stickers, and they all have little affirmation messages on them. So I want to pull one out for you and show you what it is right here. Oh, it's a big, long message. It says, there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. So many beautiful reasons to be happy. So many beautiful things to try to eat, so many other reasons to be happy than just when I get my chips or when I get my snacks or when I get my whatever. Actually making the food can be happy. Eating together as a family can be happy, instead of make sure the kid eats, 5 meals a day or blah blah blah, all the stuff. It's all about looking at what's happening, understanding that we can flip things around and change, because we have as many opportunities to try new things as we can think of, right? Many beautiful reasons to be happy. So that's your message. I hope it resonated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile two. This is the message about what new opportunity is coming to your family for language facilitation. And the message from your language facilitation inspiration card is, am I doing this right? And you got a little trophy here, and a little guy trying to wash a car. He's got his own car. Look at him. He's looking at his mom to try to get some justification. Looks like a mark on there from when I wrote the number. But on the back, it says it's a yellow card, which is your sacral chakra activating now to provide reassurance. So late talkers may need a lot of encouragement to try new things on their own, especially if they have been highly structured or prompted in the past. So it looks like your late talker wants to break out. The new opportunity is I got to do it myself, but I need coaching, right? So the advice here is to provide a clear demonstration with lots of visual cues and stand by ready to assist. Keep your hands off of them though. And check on the process step by step to analyze how they feel and offer assistance if requested. So your late talker is inspired to manifest some new opportunities to do things like a big kid, maybe a new, a new activity or a new situation, something like that. I'm going to adjust this light because I'm not really happy with the glare I'm getting. We'll see how that grows. All right, so the first card I want to pick for you is from the Children's Animal Spirit deck. And I want to see what kind of new thing is your late talker manifesting to bring into their experience. And it says, Ladybug, notice the little things. Oh, okay, now I get it. Now I'm getting a real clear picture. It's so interesting how when we add the cards together, we start to tell a story. So this child is asking this question, am I doing this right? And this ladybug, it says notice the little things, which means that this late talker wants to make sure that you're noticing everything they're doing because they are trying to do every little step perfectly. Am I putting the right amount of soap? Am I scrubbing hard enough? Am I, I need to see you smile and let me know that I'm on the right track. I need you to notice me and notice that, look, I'm making it all the way to the top of this leaf. Whatever your late talker is trying to do, they want you to notice that they are trying their hardest. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to know, what are they trying their hardest about? If you're not noticing, let's see. These are my mermaid deck. It's an oracle deck. The links to all these decks are in the description so you can identify what they are and get them on your own if you like, so you can just see what they are, but that's in the description. So what we're going to pull for you is to see what comes out. Another time I shuffled it and they kind of popped out for me. Let's see what pops out for you when we shuffle like this. Oh, there they go. And I got 3 for the other one and I got 3 for you. They just stayed in my hand. So we're going to take these 3. Oh, we got 4. All right, so that's a lot. All right, so the first one says, wait, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Okay, that's interesting. As I think about this child who wants you to notice everything, perhaps there's a lot of rushing going on in their life right now, and they need a little more time because they want to do it right. These are the perfectionist kiddos, right? Who are maybe not talking because they don't know if they're saying everything right, and they need you to slow down a little bit because you're rushing. And look, it says the worst is behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So I'm thinking that this is a late talker. Whoever's watching this video has already changed this child's experience, or you're about to, because this sounds like a child who was in ABA and doing what they said, but in their own way, and it wasn't acceptable to do in his own way. The child was like, look, I'm getting the job done and I'm doing it in my own way with my own creativity and my own life and my own everything. But the way I do it isn't the way everybody likes it. So I need to learn how everybody likes it. If you want me to go to this school, this class, this place, this whatever, I need to do it right. And until then, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to show everything I know. And potentially the people around this child are more interested in seeing that, he's going to make, because here's self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. So you probably chose, you might be, again, this person who's watching this one of those parents who went and followed the advice of everybody else, and you've been maybe inconsistent, you've been finding yourself going back to prompting, and now you're done, you figured out you're done, but you still have to give up the guilt about what you did. And soulmate relationship, a new romance with a spiritual basis. This doesn't have to be romance. This is reconnection with your child, right? When we talk about how this is a soulmate relationship, is your child came in here to be with you, and our relationship is taking a spiritual path, because you are changed. Whoever you are, you have decided that you're doing things differently, but your late talker needs that reassurance, still really not sure about their skills, need to slow down and take their time to develop to do it correct, because that makes this child feel better. When you say, ooh, I love the way you held that screwdriver, I love the way you put your stuff into the thing, talking exactly about what this child has done correctly, and demonstrating the little things about how you do things correctly too. Because, oh, we're not doing that anymore. Now I'm demonstrating, I'm letting you do it, I'm keeping my hands off of you. And then I trust that you are doing it right. And I'm just encouraging you to do it in your way. All right. What I want to do is I want to get some clarification with the tarot now about this idea of, you know, the pressure, keeping off the pressure, because the child's putting a lot of pressure on themselves. And you might see that and say, yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. But they really need the whole process to slow down a little bit, because they're probably missing things, or feel like they're missing things, because they need more, they need to see it again, they need more demonstration, the little things. They want you to notice the little things when they look at you. Remember, it's a mirror. So if they want you to notice about them, that means they are watching you to see exactly how you do it. And if you're like hemming and hawing and back and forth into that old way, then you're not being consistent. And you are, but you're still thinking about it. That's the problem. What they need you to do is move into this. But let's pull some tarot about. I just couldn't help it. I just saw the bottom of the deck. That's the Wheel of Fortune. I'm taking it anyway because I looked at it. And this means it is time for change. Like, you've already activated this wheel by change. You gave up something. You already, like if you watched pile one, you gave up whatever you were attached to, forcing, bribing, whatever, to try to get your outcome, and you're letting your child take the lead, which is brilliant. But I want to get a couple more to see just a little bit more of this story with some advice for you about this transformation out of feeling guilty, because you also feel, am I doing this right? Like, I was doing what they told me to do. I was prompting, I was telling, I was making sure he said something before I gave him things. I did all the things they told me to do. And then I realized, I watched your videos, Marci, and now I realized, oh my goodness, I was doing that. And I stopped it. But there's still some hesitation in your child. This one's sticking out. It's temperance. So this is a patience. Like, we have to maintain the balance. That's how this moves. I know I am tempted to one foot in, one foot out, right? I'm tempted to be, let me pull this close to the camera. I'm tempted to be one foot in, one foot out of what I need to do and what I have to trust to the universe. I can't see in the water, but I know because people told me, and it's here on the 3D land, and you got to decide, you're informed by which end do you lean on, and all of that stuff. And that's why you're like, you still remember how your child was unhappy and you were unhappy and you didn't like that result and all that stuff. Let's get one more tarot for you right from the middle, just as a little bit of advice. Look, I love this. This is the Four of Wands. That's why I needed one more card, because I knew that the universe sees that you have tried. Like, look, we did it. We got our things. You're looking at all those people who judged you on the other side of your effort. Wands are your effort, your inspiration, the things that you do. And these two people are looking at everybody else saying, hey, they're all partying over there, but look, we did it. Whether it's a party or not, we're different. We're on the other side of that. And it could be a party, or it could be like chaos over there. And you're all like, ooh, thank good thing we're done with all that. whatever those people are doing. It's me and my soulmate child over here, right? Me and my child together, keeping things moving forward. And, because we changed, because you did, you're moving forward in your new way. And that's what I have for you. So I hope that this was resonating with you. If it did, please like it. What I want to do now, whoops, sorry about that, is I want to pull from my little sticker bag. I love stickers and I love inspirational messages. And let's see what message comes from my sticker bag from your late talker. Ooh, life begins where fear ends. And that's all about this, right? Self forgiveness, a new dawn. You're done. I know you knew what you knew, and it was the way you might have invested a lot in ABA or therapies or a lot of other things. And now you're in a new place, trying a new thing. But life begins where fear ends means that it's up to you to trust that you made the right decision. Obviously you did, because your relationship with your child is never better. That he's looking to you to see if he's doing things right, because he trusts your guidance, right? And that's where it has to start. Whoever's afraid of change into a new thing, who's afraid to put both feet in, let's jump into the waves of communication, right? Because on the other side is where life begins, in a new relationship with your child. And that's what's coming in as an opportunity for your family, a whole new relationship where every day, when life begins where fear ends, you're doing things right. So thanks for watching this, and I will see you on the next video. Hello, pile number 3. This is your card. Oops, let me put these on the side. This is your card from my language facilitation inspiration deck that you chose. Ooh, and you got the message. I love my tech. Balance tech with talk. Late talkers love tech because it provides them with a controllable source for their entertainment and learning. Get creative and show the late talker how valuable and fun your personal interaction and language models can be. Create videos of your activities instead of all maybe cold turkey. You can actually use videos of your activities to view together later for a second opportunity to connect. That's a fun little strategy that a lot of late talkers who are not ready to give it up completely are using. All right, I want to start with a little bit about what's going on surrounding this tech, because this reading is asking for an opportunity coming to your family. And this is a child who's doing tech. So let's see what the flavor of that is. Oh, this one popped out at me. Hummingbird, cheer up. Uh-oh. I have a feeling that you're trying to do a screen fast. And so this child loves their tech. You took the tech away, and the child is sad about that. That's what my original message is. Potentially, you're in the process of trying to do that screen fast. What I want to do to get really a story about this situation, to really find out for sure why somebody's sad, why somebody needs to cheer up, and why somebody loves their tech and feels the need to say, I love my tech. So, because remember, these are messages from the late talker about what's coming in as an opportunity for your family when you're in language facilitation. I got this one, and the other one's pulled a few. So I want to see if there are a couple that come out. Yep, these 3 extra. So you got 4 as well. Oops, no, there's 2 here. Oh, let me see about these. I want to see if these come out again, because we got 2 that we're going. Let's see if there is one more. How many pop out this time? There were 3 more that popped out. So you get 5. I don't know why, but you get 5. All right. So that's how it goes. The first one is make a decision. Okay. Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So I'm getting a start of a flavor here about maybe you're half in, half out. It's not going as well. You're screen fast. It says make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. So make a decision and then make a wish. Maybe your decision has to be to trust in the wish that you have. Let's see what this says. It says time to move on. It's time to let go of the old worn out so the new can come in. Time to move on. There she goes, walking away from the ocean like Ariel, like onto the ledge. You got her legs. It's time to let go of the old worn out so the new can come in. I wonder if your child's favorite friends like Bluey or Coco Melon or those guys are going out of their life and they need to move on to make a new connection with somebody else and they're feeling the loss of their friend. Here's a helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom it might be and initiate contact. So here is a friend. Do you have potentially a friend? So what's coming in as a new opportunity is somebody to play with, a new play date, a new friend, a new situation. And it says break free, different ventures. It says break free, busting out of the water. Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. So what's coming into your life is some new opportunity in the everyday world that will, help you to move through this, move on, move away from tech because your child is super hooked on it. They like it so much that, what are we going to do? Oh no, what are we going to do? That kind of thing. So let me do this because no, that's not it. It's this one. No, it's not that either. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to put this light. This glare on this one is making me crazy. So what's this one here? No, I don't know. Anyway, sorry about that. That glare is driving me nuts. I'm gonna fix it. There it goes. All right. So now things are darker. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it, folks. Thanks for bearing with me as I figure all this out. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. So we've got that going on. So again, what I want to do, all right, here is as now that we can see, because I think this make a decision, make a wish is really important. That's why I wanted to make sure you could see it. Because look, she's like, it's a magical moment to make a wish. And the wish, I think, potentially for you as the parent, is that you have been alone. It's been you in the home with the kid and the tech. And they love the tech, and you have run out of ideas. Like you don't know what to do with this child. That you're maybe you're not a chatty person. Maybe you're a quiet, these are all real quiet souls over here that are just sort of making decisions and making wishes, thinking and thinking in their head all the time and feeling sad. And the child's like, you need to cheer up, make a decision, make a wish to move toward your wish, make a decision to move toward your wish, move on from whatever is your day to day, and find somebody to help us break free, somebody to play with, a new friend, a new something. And that's the opportunity that's coming in for your family, because that's what we've asked for here is what is that all about? Now, I want to get some. Oh, I pulled these energy cards also because I want to hear a little bit more about maybe this idea. Because I know that your child is like, you're sad because your screen fast isn't going the way you wanted. Your child is still, I miss my tech, I miss my tech. And you're like, I don't know what else to do. So you need some help. So I've got this card flew out, and it's the thinking woman. Okay, this is number 47. I didn't pull these for the other one. You just got a lot of cards. So 47, that's an 11, if you like that. And this is somebody who is your person who coming in who has ideas. Somebody who's like, let's look at this situation and what is it about that this child loves with this tech that they need from a help. So this helpful person is a thinking woman, another person, maybe me, maybe my workbook, maybe my inspiration guide or something like that. You're going to have to explore a way to break free through some learning there. All right, let's get the tarot because I want to expand on this idea and find out like what is this helpful thinking person, woman advising you, like how How do I break free? You would have done it if you knew. You need inspiration from this thinking woman to break free. What's the inspiration? Let's say maybe I'm the thinking woman and you get the ideas. So, yeah, it's the Seven of Swords. This is lying, cheating, stealing. So, this tells me that are, you're not thinking. Number three. Sorry again. Literally, my power just went out. So wild that, we're talking about tech and my tech failed. And I just pulled this Seven of Swords, which is either, some people talk about lying, cheating, stealing, but this guy is like, he's stealing the swords so other people can't fight with them. And so this could be that maybe, if we're looking at the story of how this is evolving, potentially decided to go cold turkey and you didn't have much planned in to replace it, and so the child is thinking about that. But I want to get some more about this story. So what else about the Seven of Swords? This one came out. This is the Hierophant. So again, this is somebody told you, this is rules, regulations, following other people. Let me pull it closer so you can see again. So this is um the guy facing forward is like the emperor, the boss, he's meant to be as the priest actually. And he makes the rules. He says, this is how it is. This is how we get forward. This is what we have to do. And with the Seven of Swords, this kind of tells me that you were like, the rules say this, so we got to do this. Like, you're not using your own judgment, you're using advice from from a outside source, a boss, somebody who you think is authority figure, that kind of thing, like that. So I'm just gonna get this there. All right, so I want to get some more. So the idea here is, oh goodness, they're jumping right out. So it's this, the King of Swords, and look at this baby on the bottom. So this is like the boss said we got to do it this way, and the king of swords is like, and the baby's in the back going, yeah, I know this is the way it's supposed to be done, but at what sacrifice? Right? At what sacrifice do we make the rules? And you see the people are like bowing to this guy, like, you got to do it this way. So it feels like you took advice from somebody who said this is how you got to do it, and no, no ifs, ands, or buts, just take it away. Make the kid, fend for themselves, give them toys. Like, this helpful person in your life, it has got to be guiding you away from this, because this is not a nice situation. None of this is nice. Oh, there it is right there. There's a couple of them. I'm going to take these two. And the first one is, yeah, the Two of Pentacles. So it's balanced. So again, this crow is saying, you got to do, you got to do, you got to do. But you say, no, I don't want to be like everybody else, all those sheep. I love that this is like, the crow says, you got to be like the sheep. He's like the sheep herder over there. And you're like, yeah, but my kid is different. My kid loves tech. Maybe there's a way that in our case, we can actually use tech, as a thought, like I said, to record your videos of your own self and review videos of your own self, instead of like the moving on is to move on from Bluey and Blippy and those guys online and move into creating your own tech, like I'm doing here. And like, it was interrupted. I couldn't create my own tech because the power went out. I couldn't create my own video messages because maybe your child has video messages to share. And a cold turkey, no tech at all, take it all away. It takes away his tools. It takes away his ideas, because, some kids are using tech, like they're learning how to, evolve with it. Your last card is the Knave of Chalices. This is the Page of Cups. This is a guy who has an idea, a new idea. Like, this is your thinking for to break free. We can do a little. We can have a little of what we love. We just can't have forever and ever and ever. And there's a way to balance never, never, no tech, and still facilitate language, still facilitate what your child needs. It's not this virtual autism situation where they just go into stimming when they see it. They're actually using the tech to verbalize, to vocalize, to say things, whatever they're doing. And somebody who took it away limited that child, and it made everybody sad, because the child was limited. They used to be able to communicate better when they had access to tech. Maybe they use their tech to communicate. Maybe they have a talkie box or something like that. You tried it, they used it, you didn't like it, they didn't like it, it's not evolving. But maybe they need it, or maybe they need a letter board or something like that. It can't go away completely, because it is a helpful thing. It's a helpful thing for that child. So, all right. So if this resonated with you, what a crazy discombobulated reading about tech failing and not needing tech and all that stuff, the lighting and all that stuff was all just messages for you that it's a mess, and it needs to be organized in a way that you're thinking through your process, that it's balanced, and that you always get a little of what you like, but not too much, not to the point where, you're getting out of it, because the decision to what you want, you know, it's time to move on. We're doing all this. And maybe this helpful person was the Hierophant that you looked at, or maybe it's you trying to decide, I'm not sure that we're moving on from this helpful person and breaking free. I mean, there's all the different ways that this story could go. Because it's a general reading, I would have to know more about your life. And in fact, what I'm going to do for you before we go, please like this video to accept the reading and make it apply to your life, so that you can dig in and evolve further. And what I've got here is I've got my bag of stickers. I love stickers, and these are inspirational stickers that have messages on them. And I'm going to pull a message from your late talker about all this tech situation. And it says, be kind to yourself. Okay. So at some point, it kind of goes with this, right? You've been thinking, you've been trying to do, you've been beating yourself up because this taking it cold turkey isn't working, and you feel guilty about giving it back, and you're not really on a plan, but you do need a plan to, balance, so that it doesn't go all in or all out. I think that's your concern right here. And the concern is to figure out how to do a little each way, and be kind to yourself and your child in the process. Okay. So that's my message for you. Thank you for joining me. The links to all the cards are in the descriptions. And don't forget, if you want to book a intuitive reading with me, you can do that at wavesofcommunication.com. Thanks again for joining me. Bye for now.